B&M and Yokohama Tires are proud to sponsor McDonald County Mustang Sports. Billy Martin and his crew have over 50 years of experience keeping your car, truck, or farm vehicles on the move. They offer roadside service, on-site farm service, and in-shop tire repair and sales. Located 3 miles west of Anderson on State Highway 76, or call B&M at 417-845-3566. B&M and Yokohama, cheering on the herd.
Access Family Care serves all of your health care needs, from behavioral health to dental services to primary medical needs. AccessFamilyCare.org. Women's health, OBGYN services. AccessFamilyCare.org, with locations across Southwest Missouri. AccessFamilyCare.org. Quality, convenient health care. Access Family Care medical and dental clinics. Building relationships, providing great care.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Matco Heating and Cooling in Anderson believes in providing quality work with integrity at a fair price. They offer a variety of heating and cooling services, including a preventative maintenance plan starting at $15 a month with full system checkups, discounts on repairs, and a 24-hour response time for service calls. Information at www.mac-cohvac.com or 417-845-3285. They love their community and consider their customers their neighbors. And remember, it's hard to stop a train.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future.
Welcome back, Mustang fans. Good crowd gathering in here from the county. See Carly Martin, she crashed a 3-run home run last night in the district softball semifinals as the Lady Mustangs defeated the Lady Carl Junction Bulldogs 13-3 and advanced their way to the championship game, which will be Monday at 5 o'clock. From Carl Junction, we'll play Belton. Eric and I will be up there to bring you the ball game. If you can't make it, remember that's on Mission TV. And that'll cost you some money, so we encourage you to come up and support the Lady Mustangs. But if you can't, we'll have it on the air. We're going to go now to the Coaches Show. This is Mustang Football on the KNEO Sports Network.
I'll take heaven for 100 points.
All right, now the question is, how do you get into heaven?
Be good.
Ooh, sorry. No.
Oh.
Recite Bible verses.
Ooh, wrong again.
The correct answer is ask Jesus Christ to forgive your sins and trust Him as your Savior. Billy Graham.
You don't have to know much when you come to Christ. You don't have to know the whole gospel. You don't have to know the Bible. You just come like you are. God offers all of us a gift tonight. It's something you can't work for. It's something you can't buy. It's something you can't earn. It's a gift. It's free.
You can discover more about this free gift at findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
It's time for the Kellen Hoover Coaches Show.
I'm John Ball. Welcome to the Kellen Hoover Show, and Coach Hoover is with us. Coach, thanks a lot for just visiting with us for a few minutes today. I know it's disappointing because you did not get a W last week, but hey, the team played pretty well, didn't they?
Yeah, and you never want to talk about feeling good after a loss, but I feel good about how we were able to fight the whole game, compete the whole game, and I felt like our kids left it all out there. You always wish you maybe executed this or that a little bit better, and that's the case on Friday. We had some opportunities, and our kids seized some of those opportunities, and other times they did not. And at the end of the day, they made a few more plays than we did, ended up losing by a couple touchdowns. But as far as how hard we played and how much we competed, how much we fought, I couldn't have asked for much more from the guys we had out there.
Well, I tell you, Coach, there's some things you can coach and some things you can't. Some things just come natural. And McDonald County has the tenacity, the excitement, and aggressiveness to just keep on keeping on, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And anytime you're dealing with high school kids, there's going to be a little bit of inconsistency, I guess, and that's day to day. Maybe as an individual, maybe have a great practice, bad practice, a really great game, not a great game. Those things happen, but just proud of how our kids fought the entire time, and that's been the case a lot of the year. We fought through some adversity just week by week and some things like that, and just proud of how our kids continue keeping on. They stay the course, they stay together, and they just keep fighting. And that was the case Friday. It's been the case a lot of the season, and I hope that just continues as we kind of wind down our regular season for the next couple weeks, and then as we get into playoff time.
Well, Seneca came to your house. It was senior night. There was quite a little bit of pageantry there. I'm sure the stands were packed full. Do you think that had any effect on what happened?
Well, our home field, I really think it's an advantage. I think our crowd does a great job. I think they really get behind our kids, and our kids feel that. There's the entrance that we have, running down that hill, between the sirens, and it's special. It really is. And for our seniors to know, that's their last guaranteed time getting to do that, it meant a lot to them. And then for our underclassmen who are going to get to do that more, provided they, come back to us in future years, even though they get to do it again, it still means a lot for them to do it for our seniors. They wanted to play well for our seniors on Friday, and again, we competed until the final whistle. They say you never lose a game, you just run out of time, and that was, we would have loved to keep playing, and just because it was a really good high school football game, to be honest, and talking to Seneca afterwards and some things like that, it was just a really good high school football game where two physical teams, they may not execute every single play exactly like they want, but two teams that played at a fairly high level and were physical about it, and it was a fun game to be a part of. Just wish we, would have maybe made a few more plays come out on the right end of it.
Well, back to your statement about you never really lose a ball game, you just run out of time. You played Seneca heads up the whole second half. The seniors have got to be really, really pleased that not only were they involved in that, but the underclassmen thought enough of them to put out that kind of effort.
Yeah, absolutely. And Seneca is a great football team. They've been to a state championship 2 years in a row. They're undefeated this year. And it's a really good football team. And we knew that going into it. Our kids really did a good job at practice last week. Just knowing what was ahead, knowing what they had to do, knowing what was going to be required of them if they wanted to come out and win that ball game. And they put together a great week of practice preparation, and I think that showed on Friday. And, not only seniors, underclassmen, I felt like everybody walked out on that field prepared and believing that we were going to get the win. And again, it doesn't always come out that way, but just proud of our guys and how they fought together.
Well, we're at Kansas City Central right now. Most of the teams that you've played, you can say that you played within a 45, 50-mile radius of McDonald County. This is a bus ride that's probably 2.5, maybe 3 hours, depending on how fast the bus goes. What kind of logistic problems are there? Do you stop along the way? Do you grab a bite to eat? What happens?
We're creatures of habit. I feel like any athlete, coach, whatever the case may be, we're all creatures of habit. And anytime kind of a wrench gets thrown into that, you worry about it. You worry about just the adversity that could cause, and it being just a couple different things. Kind of the long bus ride, about 2 hours and 45 minutes. We did stop on the way, but it was kind of an earlier morning than maybe we're used to. We did leave a little bit before they're typically at school, and so it's just kind of a little bit of a different trip, and we're going to try to make it as game-like as we can, just throughout our pregame and everything like that. So hopefully that sense settles in, that routine that they've already created at that point, where it's where it's like they're just used to this amount of time between this and that and then this. And so hopefully once we kind of get down to it, they won't feel any different. And, that's our goal. That's how we've tried to set it up. And, hopefully our guys can kind of work through maybe some of any kind of different feelings that it's a 1 o'clock start versus a 7 o'clock start, and we'll come out and play well.
Yeah. Okay, Coach, thank you so much for spending some time with you. Wish you the best of luck in the ball game in Kansas City, and show them what Southwest Missouri is all about, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
You've been listening to the Kellen Hoover Coaches Show. We'll be back with more Mustang football after this on the McDonald County and KNEO Sports Network.
Amory Roofing and Construction, based in Seneca, Missouri, specialize in roofing, siding, guttering, remodels, decks, and new construction. They also handle concrete, fire, and flood mitigation, and even work directly with your insurance claims. 417-389-6986. Whether it's a small repair or a major project, you can count on Amory Roofing and Construction for quality, integrity, and craftsmanship. See more online at amoryroofing.com or find them on Facebook.
A backer of McDonald County sports is Specialty Risk Insurance, with offices in Carthage, Sarcoxie, and Joplin. They want to wish all the athletes the best and congratulate them on their hard work. Specialty Risk Insurance offers coverage from farm and ranch, plus agribusiness to Main Street commercial. Learn more online at specialtyriskinsuranceagency.com or call them at 417-359-5470. Specialty Risk Insurance, where they practice new ideas with old-fashioned service.
Mustang fans, welcome back. We're up here in Kansas City as the Mustangs take on the Eagles from Kansas City Central. And I don't know, Mustang fans, if you can look out and see the field, but all kinds of different markings on this field. And Eric informed me that this was used for football, soccer, and those other markings that we're not used to seeing is for lacrosse. Okay, very popular game up in St. Louis and Kansas City and stuff. So if you're wondering what those are, that's what they are. Okay, don't ask me to explain lacrosse. I don't have a clue.
I see like 3 colors. There's like yellow, red, blue. Well, 4, I guess, because there's a white as well.
Yep. Mustangs come into this game 4-3. The Jays come in 2-5. The Eagles come in 2-5. McDonald County off a hard-fought loss to the Seneca Indians. Mustangs currently, as of last week, were 6th in the district rankings. So we'll have to continue to follow that with one night left. I want to talk about some other things that are happening this next week. We mentioned that the Lady Mustang softball team will play for first place Monday at 5 o'clock against Belton at Carl Junction. We will be on the air to air that through Misha TV. Tuesday, our volleyball team will be at Webb City to take on Willard. Okay? And we also have state golf this week. Big shout out to Sammy Dowd and Reagan Allgood. Good luck to them as they'll be competing in the state tournament. And lucky enough, it's close to us. It's at Twin Hills, which is in Joplin. So don't have to travel a long ways for that.
And the kids all across the board are doing pretty good.
Kids have done awesome this year. Cross country's done good. They'll be having their districts anytime soon here. And just can't help enough. The Lady Mustang cheerleaders made the trip today. We appreciate that. Like we said, good crowd here for the McDonald County Mustangs. Hope the weather's staying calm down in the county. We're just overcast. It's about a perfect day for football. We'll be back with the opening kickoff here in a little bit. This is Mustang football as the Mustangs take the field. And as we said, we'll take a few commercial breaks and come back and get the kickoff. This is Mustang football on the KNEO Sports Network.
As your trusted American Family Insurance agent located in Anderson, we're proud to protect your dreams. When you need a teammate that you can count on, we're here for you. Whether it's home, auto, life, business, or farm insurance, we'd love to help. Contact Chris Smith and his team today at 417-845-7060 or online at chrissmithagency.com. Go Mustangs!
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies, American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 2918 East 20th Street in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
A lot has changed in banking and finance since 1997, but at First Community Bank, our focus remains the same. Community. We believe that every business needs a good partner, and for more than 25 years, we've been that partner. We've built personal, long-lasting relationships. We've earned your trust. We have experience that you can count on. We care, and it shows. We look forward to many more years of being your trusted partner. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC.
Family first. My dad used to tell us that all the time. But family first wasn't just something he'd say to us. It was how he lived every day of his life. And it's how I try to live mine too.
At Shelter Insurance, our agents are dedicated to helping provide personalized protection that puts your family first.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Shelter Agent Anita Keaton.
Welcome back, Mustang fans. Serving as captains tonight for the Mustangs are number 33, J.P. Clarkson, Ryder Martin back in his usual number 12, Maddox Fegan, and Brody Russler. As we said, Mustangs come into this ballgame with a 4-3 record. Currently tied for second in the conference, I believe, along with a Passola team. Seneca's in first, undefeated, of course, and then Nevada, McDonald County are both sitting at 4-3, and I think Monette is sitting at 3-3. Cassville's at 3-3, I believe. Mount Vernon may be at 3-3 or 4-3, and Aurora at 1-6, and East Newton at 1-6. Are easier to read in the daytime, and that Mustang White and the Blue Eagles. I've been calling them the Eagles, and I apologize. They are the Blue Eagles from Central High School. Are in blue. Someone thought that out, Thomas.
Yeah. I like their colors.
Yep. As we'd mentioned before, new artificial turf field up here. They said a couple of years old. Kansas City Chiefs paid for this. I wonder if they know there's a lot of Chiefs fanboys down in the county.
They got their cheerleaders out on the field now, too. They just came out.
Here's the results of the toss. The Blue Eagles will receive. The Mustangs won and deferred, I believe. Eric's shaking his head yes at me, so I know I'm right now. So the Mustangs will kick off. Not much wind, but it's blowing from east to west. Again, we'd like to thank the administration up here at Kansas City Central. They've set us up in a really nice place here. Helped us find electricity. Looks like Big Steve will kick off for the Mustangs. Central with two players back. Central's usually known for having a lot of speed in their backfield and their return people. And Steve's going to just punch it along. Big high hop. Took him there by 4. He'll break to the outside. Good tackle there by J.W. Riley. And Breck Rubeck. Central will take over on about their own 36-yard line. Central comes out. 4 to the bottom, 1 to the top. No running back. Tell you, this may be like playing Monette again, boys.
What is Central's record?
2-5. Little bubble screen. Maddox Fegan there misses the tackle. Good hustle by J.P. Clarkson to get him down. Loss of about 4 on that bubble screen. Maddox Fegan read that. Like your old-time soothsayer read tea leaves. Central will come out now. Twins to the top, twins to the bottom. With a running back, Maddox Spurgeon, J.P. Clarkson. Big Steve out there on the offensive line. Defensive line. Ryder Martin in a linebacker spot. Vince James out there. Jake O'Brien, Breck Rubick, Brody Russler. Handoff this time. Breaks to the outside. Got some moves. He'll have up a first down for Central as Brody brings him down, but not until they get the ball out to about the 46. Nice running there by the Blue Eagle running back. Two to the top, two to the bottom. Quarterback throwing a little out, little high. Brody Russler over on the coverage along with Maddox Fegan. Second down and 10 from the Blue Eagle, about 46-yard line. Breck and J.W. Riley out at the corners. Ryder Martin at the free safety. Nobody, three to the top, two to the bottom, nobody in the backfield. Pass incomplete. Big Steve applying a little bit of pressure. And that's what the Mustangs are going to need to do is pressure this quarterback some. Third down for the Blue Eagles. Number 7 quarterback Michael Starnes. Eric's writing the roster down for me. And that running back that made the good run is Akert Addison.
Eric.
What?
Eric.
Okay. Third down and 10. Two to the top, two to the bottom with the running back this time. Pass over the middle, incomplete. Again, Big Steve, Mark Spurgeon putting a little pressure on the quarterback. That'll bring up a fourth down. Central not setting up in a punting position, though they might try to quick kick or they may go for it. There's a flag. False start on Central. That'll move it back 5 to the 42-yard line. Mustangs adjusting back a little bit, putting Breck back in case it is a quick kick. And Central's going to jump and move it back another 5. Big offensive tackle jumps. Ball back now to the Central 37. We've talked all season long about Breck breaking one. Now he's going to adjust back into punt formation. The snap. He won't do that one. That one's small. Breck will take it on the run. Good job by Breck to hold on to it. Nice coverage down there by the Blue Eagles. Mustangs will take over. This is Mustang Sports on the KNEO Sports Network.
A business impact partner of KNEO 91.7 FM is 4State Printing in Anderson, Missouri. Serving the area since 1982, they specialize in screen and offset printing services and have promotional products. 4State Printing also has a retail store, County Clothing Company, that offers McDonald County spiritwear and Christian apparel. More information at 417-845-6929.
Mustangs take over. And off to Connor Land. He got some running room, running hard. Land keeps those feet moving like he always does. He'll almost have a first down, and he may have one. He does. They're moving the change. He gets the ball into Blue Eagle territory at the 49. Good blocking out there by Jake Townsend, McDonald County Center. Maxim Elam is back. He's been out for a couple of weeks. Ryder Martin going to take it on just a little spit. Good block by Connor Land. There's the seam. Good open field tackle, but Martin will get down to the 41. Nice block out there by Connor Land. Second down and about 2. Big Hayden Ashball out there on the line. Marcus Spurgeon, Justin Washam. They make things go for the Mustangs. J.P. Clarkson at the tight end. Brody and Connor in the backfield with Martin. Brody in motion. Look, J.P. Clarkson wide open. Just can't bring it in. Nice design play there by Coach Hoover. Tight end open over the middle, just couldn't bring it in and bring up a third down and 3 for the Mustangs. That's a good time to call that play when it's 2nd and short. Putting Brody in motion draws a lot of attention with his speed. Connerland in the backfield. Mustangs in their bunch formation. Martin keeps it. Open over the middle. Another nice open field tackle, but Martin will get the ball down to the 28. Nice read there by Ryder. Connor Land will go out and Big Steve will come in at the running back spot. Well, you boys gain about, 70 pounds when you do that at the running back spot. Mustangs 2 to the bottom, 2 to the top. Big Steve in the backfield. Washam directing him there on the line. Ryder back. Ryder will be sacked. Loss of about 6. Nice play there by Dante Holmes of the Blue Eagles. Probably more than that. 2nd down and 17. Brody back in the backfield with Big Steve. Breck up top. Wyatt to the bottom. Martin going to run it again. He'll get some of that back. He'll pop to the outside. He'll get about to the original line of scrimmage. And he will. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Thomas, I like their lit up.
I was just thinking that
down
at the same
markers.
time you said it. Those are cool little digital markers.
Yeah.
Can you see it on the screen? Yeah.
Steve and Brody still on the backfield. Big Steve picks one up. Ryder looking to run. Float it to Brody. Incomplete. That'll bring up a 4th down and 10. There's a flag. And the Mustangs are going to have an illegal man downfield. And he was about 15 yards downfield. That's what happens sometimes when you run that RPO. The Blue Eagles will decline to bring up a 4th down.
So illegal man downfield. One of the guys was down here. That
With a
wasn't
lineman.
supposed to. Linemen aren't supposed to go past the line of scrimmage? Or what?
You get 1 yard.
1 yard past?
Fourth down from the Blue Eagle 28-yard line.
Like I said, I got a lot to learn.
Brody, Steve still there. Wyatt to the bottom, Breck to the top. Ryder will turn it. Ryder will get a 1st down. Good job by Ryder Martin. Good coverage in the backfield. First down as Martin turns a 4th and 10 into a 1st and 10. Ball on the Blue Eagle 19-yard line. Brody and Big Steve in the backfield. Wyatt to the bottom, Breck to the top. Blue Eagles will call a timeout. They saw something they didn't like. We'll take one too. This is Mustang Football on the KNEO Sports Network.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Whether it's Friday night football or volleyball matches, McDonald County Telephone and Internet believes every play deserves to be celebrated. That's why we're proud to sponsor McDonald County Athletics, providing the fast and reliable internet you need to stream games, share highlights, and cheer on our Mustangs. Delivering internet and telephone to Anderson, Jane, and Pineville, we offer broadband services on a fiber optic network. Find out more at olmac.net or give us a call at 417-223-4313.
Never mind. Be sure to keep me mooted up here, buddy.
Yeah.
Here we go. We back?
Yep.
Ryder keeps it. Good read. Ryder breaks to the corner of the end zone. Ryder will score. Good read there. They went for Brody on the handoff. Ryder pulled it, and Ryder Martin scores. Miguel Moore out to try the extra point for the Mustangs as the Mustangs take their first drives at about 52 yards down and scores. Good legs there by Ryder Martin. Miguel Mora, we saw him Tuesday night on the soccer field. He's up here to kick extra points for the Mustangs. Kick up. Kick is good. And the Mustangs lead 7-0. We'll take a break. This is Mustang Football on the KNEO Sports Network.
The Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce is an organization that exists to make Southwest Missouri a better place to live. That is why they are proud supporters of high school athletics. They understand that the life lessons learned from sporting competition teaches responsibility and discipline and makes our student athletes better citizens for tomorrow. Learn more about local area events online at neoshocc.com. Proud supporters of local school athletics.
Welcome back. McDonald County leads 7-0 here with 6:29 left to go. Big Steve, big high bop kick. Good job by the Blue Eagle player to go down. Blue Eagles will take over 1st and 10 from their own 39. And this is probably pretty nice for our viewing people at home. The scoreboard's right across.
Yeah, it's nice.
You can see it because I was wanting to say how much time was left, and I kept looking to the end zones, and then I finally realized it was right in front of me. 6:26 left to go in the first quarter. McDonald County up 7-0. Blue Eagles with 4 to the bottom, 1 to the top. No running back. Out pass. Broken up there by J.W. Riley. He's already took one to the house this year.
I was going if he catches that. Second down.
He's thinking he should add another one. Three to the top, 1 to the bottom with a running back this time.
Dang you, Eric.
Huh? What'd I do?
Ball is lost. Good tackle there. Wyatt Gordon coming in. Wyden playing with a sore ankle. Almost had a fumble recovery. 3rd down and about 17. Three to the top, 2 to the bottom. Gordon coming with the pressure. Quarterback scrambles. Quarterback running. Nice hit there. Ooh, Vince James comes up and puts a hit. That's what you want to see your inside linebacker do. That'll bring up a 4th down. 4th down and about 19.
And if there wasn't a brick wall there, he would have got through.
Yeah, they squared him up and hit him like you're supposed to. One of those old John Pattersons. Snap, Mustangs trying to get through. Another short pump, need to just stay away. The Blue Eagles will field that on about the Mustang 45, where the Mustangs will take over with 4:44 left to go in the first quarter. This is Mustang football on the KNEO Sports Network.
A shield against the elements. Comfort in the midst of chaos. Shelter in the aftermath of destruction. For 75 years, Shelter Insurance has remained true to our promise to be there when you need us most. This is the heartbeat of our company, our why. Shelter Insurance. For your auto, home, and life.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see shelter agent Anita Keaton.
Mustangs take over on their own 45. Hand off. Looks like Brody Russler trying to get to the outside. Brody with one guy to beat. Brody going down the sideline. Touchdown, Russler. Great final block out there by Wyatt Gordon to secure the touchdown. But Russler with the touchdown. Ryder Martin to hold it for Miguel Mora. Encroachment on the Blue Eagles. I want to apologize to Chris Smith's American Family Agency. I didn't do the Secrets to Success, and I think right now it's just the same as what I was going to say. It's a BTO afternoon, Bachman Turner Overdrive, and we just need to take care of business, and so far we're doing that. Miguel Moore to attempt the extra point. That one goes through. They don't count. You don't get any more points for kicking them high, boys. Just as long as they go through. Mustangs lead 14-0. We're going to let you look at our Mustang cheerleaders. What? Eric's 13-6 on the deal. Is that on the scoreboard?
Oh.
Will Gordon tells me I got to pay more attention to the scoreboard, so we're going to try to fix that. We'll kick this deep. Good tackle there, Maddox Fegan. Great open field tag. All Maddox always a demon on special teams. The Blue Eagles will take over on their own 34. Nice kickoff there by Big Steve. Ball on the 31-yard line. To the top, to the bottom with the running back this time. Hand off. Cut inside. Good job there. Wyatt Gordon for a tackle with loss. Wyatt's second tackle for a loss tonight. Good penetration there by Max Spurgeon to push the player back to the inside where Wyatt cleans it up. Second down and about 12. Two to the top, two to the bottom. Out pass, almost intercepted by Maddox Fegan. Ball is incomplete. Brings a 3rd down and 12 up for the Blue Eagles. Mustangs are going to pick one of them outs and take it to the house before the game's over if they keep throwing them. Again, 2 to the bottom, 2 to the top. Running back. Big Maddox Spurgeon right over center. Handoff, J.P. Clarkson has him. Steve O misses him. Wyatt finally brings him down with the help of Jake O'Brien.
You know, that guy's pretty fast.
That's a good running back they have there. He's hard to bring down. The 2 times he's touched the ball, they've had success.
Yeah, if he gets loose, he could be dangerous.
4th down and about 6. Looks like the Blue Eagles will go for it. 2:58 to go here in the first quarter. Fegan with a sack. Back at the 25, coming off the edge, Coach McCullough dials up a little pressure from the secondary, and it works like a charm as the Mustangs will take over on the Blue Eagle 25-yard line.
That resulted in a turnover on downs. Mustang football in Blue Eagle territory at the 25-yard line. First down.
Breck up top, Wyatt to the bottom. Big Steve and Brody in the backfield with Ryder Martin. Brody in motion. Big Steve, nice tackle there, and they're probably going to call Steve for being in motion. He started a little soon, it looked like. It is offsides on the Mustangs. A little anxious to get the ball. Nice tackle there by the Blue Eagle. It's hard for one guy to bring down Big Steve. That'll move the ball back to the Blue Eagle 30. First down and 15. 2:35 left to go here in the first quarter. Brecken Brody to the top, Wyatt down here to the bottom. JP split out a little bit here to the bottom. Brody in motion. Ryder will take it himself. Good job by Ryder Martin getting a couple of yards out of that. And the speed of Kansas City Center's defensive line's giving the Mustang line a little bit of trouble. Gets back for maybe a yard gain, 2nd down and 14 for the Mustangs.
Gain of 1 on the play, 2nd and 14.
Gordon to the bottom of your screen, Breck to the top. JP, Vince James, and Big Steve in there. Hand off to Big Steve. He'll ramble down close to the near yard of scrimmage, getting the ball on the 26.
Tackle made by number 24, Taiwan Payne.
That'll bring up a 3rd down and 11 for the Mustangs. Vince will go out. Brody will come back in. Trips to the top. Brody, Breck, and JP. Gordon down here to the bottom by himself. Connor Land, Big Steve in. Martin looking. Heels jick point. Ryder gets out. Close to first down yardage. A little short maybe at the 16. be a 4th down and 1 for the Mustangs. Mustangs may let the clock run out and go to the second period. They don't have to run a play, but looks like they may. To the top, one to the bottom. Martin has the first down. Brings the ball down to about the 8. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. That's the end of the first quarter. McDonald County leads 14-0, and they're moving. This is Mustang Football on the KNEO Sports Network.
The Cornerstone Bank of Southwest City proudly serves the Southwest Missouri area with branches in Goodman, Lanigan, Pineville, and Tiff City, offering online and mobile banking, plus loans for personal, business, and agricultural needs. Learn more about all their services online at thecornerstonebank.net for a location near you. The Cornerstone Bank is glad to support the area school systems and the future of our communities.
Access Family Care serves all of your health care needs, from behavioral health to dental services to primary medical needs. AccessFamilyCare.org, Women's Health, OBGYN services. AccessFamilyCare.org, with locations across Southwest Missouri. AccessFamilyCare.org, quality, convenient health care. Access Family Care medical and dental clinics, building relationships, providing great care.
Welcome back, Mustang fans. We're up here in Kansas City, Missouri, as the McDonald County Mustangs take on the Kansas City Central Blue Eagles, excuse me. Thinking Marshfield, that's the same school colors and everything. Mustangs have a 1st to goal on the Blue Eagle 8-yard line. So far, the Blue Eagles have done a pretty good job covering the Mustang passing attack. Ryder Martin kind of been carrying the ball on the scramble. Mustangs will come out. Breck to the bottom, Wyatt to the top. Big Steve, Brody, and Ryder in the backfield. Ryder pulls it. And the Blue Eagles do a good job there as the Mustangs will lose about 3. Back out to about the 11.
I think I was watching the wrong thing.
2nd down.
2nd and goal, Mustangs.
2nd down and goal. Mustangs in their bunch formation. Ryder Martin going to keep it himself. Cuts to the outside, cuts to the inside, touchdown. Good blocking over there by the Mustang line. Big Steve also with a key block. Maxim, Spurgeon, Elam, Townsend, Ashball, Washam doing the job as Ryder Martin scores again. Miguel Mora to come in for another extra point. This one's very good, right up and high. No doubter on that one. Mustangs lead 21-0. This is Mustang Football on the KNEO Sports Network.
The McDonald County Sports Network is sponsored in part by the McDonald County Chamber of Commerce. The McDonald County Chamber strives to promote local businesses and unite the county, offering networking events for members as well as non-members, working together to make McDonald County, Missouri a better place to visit, work, and live. For more information, visit their website at www.mcdonaldcountychamber.org.
B&M and your
fans, Mustangs lead 21-0 up here at Kansas City Central. 11-12, excuse me. Big Steve to kick off. J-Dub with the tackle. Helped out there by Sanderson. And the Blue Eagles will take over 1st and 10 from about their own 43-yard line. The Blue Eagles have had some success running the ball. Mustang defensive line, Big Maxis Spurgeon, Big Steve, J.P. Clarkson, Will Gordon sometimes going down there, sometimes playing at the linebacker. He's kind of Mr. Utility for that Mustang defense. Nobody in the backfield, 3 to the top. Got motion now. Handoff on a jet sweep. Looking for a seam. Good tackle out there. Breck Rubik makes a nice tackle.
We've got a Blue Eagle on the field.
And that's their running back, and he's been a good one tonight so far. Akirk Atkinson. And while he's down, we're going to take a commercial break. This is Mustang Football on the KNEO Sports Network.
What does a culture of excellence look like? It looks like her, him, and them. It's where future educators, innovators, lifesavers, and global leaders call their home. It's a place where immersive learning environments can help empower students to command a future in their field. Come experience excellence at Missouri Southern State University.
A shield against the elements. Comfort in the midst of chaos. Shelter in the aftermath of destruction. For 75 years, Shelter Insurance has remained true to our promise to be there when you need us most. This is the heartbeat of our company, our why. Shelter Insurance. For your auto, home, and life.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Shelter Agent Anita Keaton.
Today's event is being supported by Banner Church of the Nazarene, located at 597 North Fork Road between Anderson and Goodman. Banner Church of the Nazarene services are Sunday school at 9:30 and family worship at 10:30. Check out their special Sunday night youth fellowship. Wednesday services begin at 7, offering adult Bible study, ladies Bible study, youth and children's services. Contact them at bannerchurch.com, 417-364-7461, or dennis@bannerchurch.com.
A business impact partner of KNEO 91.7 FM is 4State Printing in Anderson, Missouri. Serving the area since 1982, they specialize in screen and offset printing services and have promotional products. 4State Printing also has a retail store, County Clothing Company, that offers McDonald County spiritwear and Christian apparel. More information at 417-845-6929 or online at 4stateprinting.com.
And good news, Mustang fans. Eric Addison, who's a good running back for the Blue Eagles, is able to come off the field on his own 2 feet. He gains about 4. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 6 for the Blue Eagles. Ball on about their 47-yard line, 3 to the top, 2 to the bottom. No back here. Mustangs have been doing a little pressuring out of this.
That's a live ball. That's a live ball.
Ball goes out of bounds as it looks like it was going to be thrown laterally. Let's see what they call it.
Yeah.
And they are going to call it as a lateral. 3rd down and a loss of about 4. Two to the top. 2 to the bottom, new running back in. Snap, bounces back, pressure hit as he throws. Incomplete. Nice pressure there by J.P. Clarkson.
Incomplete pass.
Brett Rubik with a dive, but he could not come up with it. That'll bring a 4th down and 10. Thank you, Eric. The new running back is Landon Watson. The punter will come in. Breck will go back. Mustangs have to be aware here. Drop kick. Breck wanting to go up and get that so bad he can't stand it, but he makes a wiser play. Lets them recover it at the 28. We'll stay here. Patterson Heights Baptist Church, located at the intersection of Highways 43 and 76 west of Anderson, has Sunday school Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. with morning worship at 11 a.m. They also have Sunday night Bible study and prayers on Sunday night at 5:30, with services for adults and youth on Wednesday nights at 6:30. A proud supporter of the Mustangs. McDonald County comes out kind of in this new loaded formation they've got. Breck to the bottom. Ryder cuts to the back. Ryder may be off to the races. Good job there by the Blue Eagles to run him out, and we have a flag. This may be coming back, Mustang fans.
Flag on the play.
And it looks like it will be a hold against the Mustangs.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Still 1st down.
That'll bring it up 1st down from the Mustang 24-yard line. So 1st and about 15. Wide up to the top. Brody and Breck to the bottom. Big Steve in the backfield. Martin goes outside. There's another flag. Ryder is going to have another big run. He walks down the sideline. They'll say he's out of bounds, but there's a flag again. And that one will come back too. Riders had about 2 40-yard runs wiped out by penalties the last 2 plays. The Blue Eagles were coming at about a full-out blitz. Ryder was ball back down to the Mustang 14-yard line.
Still 1st down.
1st and about 20. 9:44 left to go here. Probably a little more than 20. My math, I get confused when it gets up so high. Ryder will roll out. Brody open in the flat. Brody will have some room to run. Good open field tackle out there, but the Mustangs get a huge chunk of yardage back on that play. Nice designed rollout pass to Brody Russler. Ball all the way back up to the Mustang 33-yard line, 34-yard line. 2nd down and about 6 for the Mustangs.
It's 4.
Breck down to the bottom, Wyatt to the top. Vince James in the backfield along with Ryder Martin and Big Steve. Big Steve rambling. He'll get close to the first down. Gain of about 2, be a third down and about 2. 8:39 left to go here.
Gain 2 on the play. Third and 1.
Fitzjames comes out. Brody and Breck to the bottom. Wyatt Gordon to the top. Big Steve still in the backfield. Ryder Martin with a designed quarterback keep. He'll pick up the first down. About to the Mustang 46-yard line. Good interior blocking there by the Mustangs.
Right across the 45-yard line. Good for a Mustang.
7:56 to go. Brody and Breck to the bottom, Wyatt to the top. Big Steve in the backfield. Kind of confused route there by the Mustangs. Better job by the offensive line giving Ryder protection.
That's defended by number 8, Zephaniah Oliver Johnson. Second down.
Brody and Breck talking about it. Brody in the backfield. Wyatt up top, Breck to the bottom. Roll out again. Same pass back to Brody. Great job out there blocking by Wyatt Gordon. Good tackle over there, but that's enough for a Mustang first down. Lee James in on that tackle for the Blue Eagles. But the Mustangs push it into Blue Eagle territory. With 7:18, they have the ball on the Blue Eagle 39-yard line. Ryder Martin keeps it. Sheds one tackler. Gain of about 8.
He's almost there. Not quite.
Second down and a long 3. Ball on about the Blue Eagle 33-yard line, 32-yard line.
Second and 3.
Big Steve, Brody, Ryder in the back. Little counter to Big Steve. He's out in the open. Grumbling, bumbling. Staying on his feet, running over people. Down to about the 10. Nice counter action there by the Mustangs.
Number 10, Steven Benjamia.
And the announcer up here at Kansas City Central just said Steven's name correctly. It's
They probably see all kinds of names up here, though.
They probably do. First down. Not a goal to go. Ball just outside the 10. 5:55 left to go here in the second quarter. Mustangs with the ball on the move. Brody down low, Breck in the slot. Big Steve again. He'll lower his head. He'll drive. He'll get down to about the 3, maybe the 2.
Number 10, Steven Benjamia.
Feeding the big man right now. $5:25 left to go here. Ryder Martin at quarterback. Ryder will keep it. Ryder will get down to about the 1. Good blocking there by the Mustang offensive line. That'll be 3rd down and 1. Mustangs can get a first down. The ball's on about, my mistake, the ball's on about the 2. James will come in. Brody's going to go out. Mustang full house backfield here. Big Steve goes about 220. James goes about 220. Big Steve will walk it in. Good job over there by the Mustang line. Good job by Big Steve on that drive. Mustangs up 27-0 with 4:18 left to go here in the second quarter. Long bus ride doesn't appear to have affected the Mustangs any. Kick up, good. And the Mustangs lead 28-0. This is Mustang football on the KNEO Sports Network.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State.
The Cornerstone Bank of Southwest City proudly serves the Southwest Missouri area with branches in Goodman, Lanigan, Pineville, and Tiff City, offering online and mobile banking, plus loans for personal, business, and agricultural needs. Learn more about all their services online at thecornerstonebank.net for a location near you. The Cornerstone Bank is glad to support the area's school systems and the future of our communities.
Welcome back. Miguel Moore set to kick off for the Mustangs. Good kick, right where you want to put it. Took a good bounce. Oh, got some trouble over here as he gets to the outside. Good job by Sanderson to turn him back in. Miguel Moore in on the tackle. Along with number 40, Conway Martin does a good job out there. Sanderson saved a touchdown by getting him to turn it in. Good return there. They will take over on the Mustang 44-yard line. Landon Watson still in at running back as Eric Addison still out. 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Both teams still have all their timeouts, I believe. The Mustangs may have used one.
One time.
Wait, why are they resetting?
What are they doing?
I don't think they said it, Eric.
Oh.
Handoff. Good job inside there. Big Max Spurgeon comes up, puts a tackle on that, along with Ryder Martin and along with Big Steve. Loss of about 2 on that play. 3:49 left to go here. Bad snap. Quarterback will come back and fall on it. And I want to correct myself. That was J-Dub Riley turning him back in on that kickoff return. Derek Sanderson's always out there, always does a good job, but that was J-Dub that turned him back in. Third down. Back inside their own territory for the Blue Eagles. Ball on their 48-yard line. Third down and 23. They'll have 4 to the bottom. Timeout by the Blue Eagles. We'll keep it here with 2:37. Just a reminder, Monday the Lady Mustangs will play for the softball district championship at Carl Junction. We'll take on the Belton squad that upset Webb City. Mustangs beat Carl Junction last night 13-3. Powered behind a 3-run home run by Carly Martin. And Eric was Raines a solo shot, and Rain Knox's was a solo shot. As she also went deep. We'll be on the air about 4:30, 4:45. It'll be a miss you event. You'll have to pay to see it. Mustang cheerleaders making the deal up here. 2:37 left to go. Third down and 23 for the Blue Eagles. And just an update that Eric's giving me here, McDonald County Youth Football, with the bad weather down home, they have been postponed. So there will be no youth football.
It'll be rescheduled tomorrow.
To be rescheduled for tomorrow, Eric informs me.
Well, I appreciate that because my son was supposed to play tonight, and I probably was going to miss it.
Fourth grade or third grade?
Goes down again.
Fourth grade.
Okay.
Blue Eagles having trouble with the snap.
Same time.
Same time tomorrow? Okay. In Webb City, though.
Yeah.
Games have been moved to Webb City, they inform us. Fourth down, 37 to go. Breck Rubick back to receive this punt. Bad snap there. He'll still get it off. Hits the official. Recovered by Bogart. Not seen that on many punts in my lifetime.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
And I tell you, I think that's still a live ball. I think Bogart could have picked that up and ran, but I'm sure the coaches have told him the ball's in front of you, fall on it. 141, the Mustangs take over on the Blue Eagle 34-yard line. J.P. Clarkson going out. Sanderson in for the Mustangs, number 15. And the Mustangs will go empty backfield. Ryder Martin back, looking deep. He'll be spread out. Dumps the ball off to Brody. Brody will clear one player. Brody will walk down the sideline. Touchdown, Mustangs. Nice run after the catch by Brody Russler. And they have not had an answer for that little out pattern. Miguel Moore to come on and attempt the extra point. Snap up. It's good.
That was a beautiful kick.
Beautiful kick. 35-0. Mustangs up with 1:38. We'll keep it here.
Leading score, Blue Eagles 0.
Tommy, show us those cheerleaders.
35.
Excellent job, ladies. Southwest City Full Gospel Church, located at 612 South Main, is a community-minded family church with room for everyone. Sunday school begins at 9:45, morning worship at 10:50, and Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Ministering for over 80 years in Southwest McDonald County, a proud supporter of the Mustangs. Big Steve's back out to kick off. Mustangs will squitch that one. Nice high bounce. Sanderson in on the tackle. J-Dub in on the tackle. And Jake O'Brien in on the tackle. 1:29 left to go. The Blue Eagles will have the ball on about the 39-yard line, their own 39. Have one timeout left. Some guy was going by and he wanted to borrow your car, so I just gave him to him. I'm sure he'll bring your car back, buddy.
If not, I know which car I'm going to get to replace it.
He's already ready. Didn't get too far there.
Gain of about 2. We've got a really nice facility up at Kansas City Central, but it's a good thing we brought the extra farm extension cords because we have had to run quite a long ways to get electricity. No gain on that play. 1:05 left to go. Running back in the backfield, 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Having a lot of struggle with that. Quarterback trying to get away. Throws it to the offensive lineman. And you can only do that if you're Alabama. And it's a screen pass, and you report. Good job getting away by the young quarterback.
There might be several penalties on this one, though.
Yeah, I see flags, a couple of them.
Michael Starnes.
No, there's 3 of them.
Well, when you're as big as old big number 78 is, you catch a ball out in the wide open. Everybody can see it. 3:36 left to go. 36 seconds left to go here.
So it might be a hold, too.
Ineligible receiver.
Oh, yeah, there's 4 flags. They all threw it.
Everybody but the back judge here.
Holding.
Also, back.
They'll decline it. They'll accept that. It's a loss of down. And the penalty.
Personal foul was negated. Illegal touching.
Yep, so it was a block in the back and then illegal touching. When they're scrambling like that, you kind of
lose track of stuff. I'll tell you that they're having center problems, but you probably would too if Big Mac Spurgeon was head up on you.
Yep.
Just hand the ball off. Wyatt Gordon there to turn it back in. Max Spurgeon, Vince James there to clean it off.
Tackled by number 26, Vince James.
That'll bring us to the end of the half with McDonald County leading 35-0. Halftime show sponsor is Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, and we'll take you there as the McDonald County leads 35-0 here at halftime.
Score Blue Eagles 0.
Whether it's Friday night football or volleyball matches, McDonald County Telephone and Internet believes every play deserves to be celebrated. That's why we're proud to sponsor McDonald County Athletics, providing the fast and reliable internet you need to stream games, share highlights, and cheer on our Mustangs. Delivering internet and telephone to Anderson, Jane, and Pineville, we offer broadband services on a fiber optic network. Find out more at olmac.net or give us a call at 417-223-4313.
I'm Bryce Johnson with this Unpacking It Sports and Faith Minute. In team sports, it isn't uncommon to hear about teammates getting into fights. But when tensions arise between teammates, the conflict needs to get settled immediately. By not letting the frustrations fester, the team can stay focused on attaining greater success as a unit. The same is true in our own lives. Even followers of Jesus experience tension with each other. But the Bible says, if someone says, I love God, but hates a fellow believer, that person is a liar. For if we don't love people we can see, how can we love God whom we cannot see? And he has given us this command: those who love God must also love their fellow believers. Although conflict is inevitable as imperfect people, if we understand what loving God really means, we will love his people too. So today, let's try to bring resolution to any outstanding conflicts and fight for unity with fellow believers. I'm Bryce Johnson, and you can unpack that. For more, go to unpackingit.com.
The Mustang Minute is sponsored by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider of the McDonald County Mustangs.
Welcome to today's edition of the Mustang Minute here on KNEO. I'm Ben Wolcott. Today we're joined by the girls basketball coach at McDonald County High School, Brad Shorter. And Brad, I know you're not new to the area. You were at Carl Junction for a long time. Now you moved down to McDonald County. What drew you to the McDonald County job?
Well, it's been a great start for us, and one of the things that I loved about McDonald County was the area, and some of the challenges. There are some challenges here at McDonald County just because of the distance between schools and whether it's elementaries or middle schools, and wanted to really have that challenge and give myself and the program an opportunity to have some success.
And you are coming in, the girls that finished somewhere around 500 last year, have a lot of talent back. What kind of was your goal coming into the off-season and off-season work that you were able to do with the girls?
Yeah, one of the pieces that I noticed in this summer and looking forward to is some challenges with fundamentals, really. You're right, there is definitely some talent there, but I think we lack some fundamentals that will really help us improve moving forward. And McDonald County has a lot of good tradition girls basketball, and that's a piece that obviously lured me in, and I've been fortunate to coach against Sue Buttram and LaDonna McLean and some of the great coaches that were here in the past, and so I know it's there, and the work ethic has always been really good at McDonald County. So being able to to hopefully just kind of keep that going and push that forward is our goal.
And the off season, obviously, it's kind of different compared to what it used to be. You're able to do some things during the summer that maybe 5 or 10 years ago you weren't able to do. How do you feel like the summer went for your girls, as it was your first time to be able to get to know them and them to get to know you?
Yeah, I felt like our summer went really well. Again, we kind of focused on those fundamental pieces, and more than anything was me getting a chance to know the girls and then a chance to know me and kind of what's expected. I do have high expectations, and being able to convey that to them and the coaching staff will be part of our test this season. But I felt like our summer went really well. We played some really quality teams, and that's one thing in the past with schedules of our teams that I've coached. We want to play the best. In order to be the best, you got to play the best. So that's kind of been my philosophy in the past, and it'll continue to be that way. I love this group of kids. I've been coaching softball this fall, and the majority of the kids that play softball play basketball, and getting to know them, and just a lot of fun to work with. They work really hard, so I'm excited about the year, and it should be a lot of fun.
And I know you guys get practice underway the beginning of part of November. When is your first game? And if it's not a home game, when is your first home game as well?
Yeah, our first home game is that last week, and I don't have a calendar in front of me right now, but that last week in November, and we go to Gravette. and play Gravette. And the 17th, I think, is our Jamboree. So, obviously it's a little ways away, but it'll get here pretty quick. We start practice on November 3rd like everyone else, and we're excited about the upcoming season for sure.
And you guys also host the Lady Mustang Classic. You've been able to do that the past couple years, bring in a lot of good teams. That's kind of a good early challenge for your girls.
Yeah, absolutely. And when I was at Carl Junction, we came down to the Mustang Lady Classic a couple of times, and it's a great tournament. Mr. Bergen does a really nice job of running that tournament, and some great teams from, really kind of the 4-state area. I know that's kind of been a focus, is to try to get teams from different states and quality teams, and that's what you see down here. So we're excited about that, and like I said, we want to use that tournament and the regular season as kind of barometer and kind of see where we're at, focus on getting better and focus on improving to potentially make some sort of a postseason run. And
obviously you're not going to know until late November, early December what district you're in, but probably Class 5 again. But talk about expectations for the Big 8. Big 8, it doesn't seem to matter the sport. You're going to get a great game day in and day out.
Yeah, the Big 8 is a great conference, and when I was at Carl Junction for a few years, we participated in the Big 8 and then moved to the COC. And, nowadays conferences are switching, whether you see it in college or high school. But I'll tell you what, Southwest Missouri has really good girls basketball, always has. Springfield area, and when I was at Webb City and Carl Junction, felt like, this side of the state was really improving, and we're fortunate to have success there and keep pushing that upward. The Big 8 has always had quality athletics, whether it's football, girls basketball, baseball, softball. I mean, just, the number of teams that have had success. So, when we come out each night, we're going to have to be ready to bring our A game for sure. I think that will really prepare us, and that's an important piece, is being prepared for district play. So, we've got a lot of work to do, a ton of work, and fundamentally just so many things that we need to improve on. So we'll continue to work on that. We'll start working on that on November 3rd and work it pretty hard, and hopefully we can have a little success there this season.
Yeah, definitely. It's basketball seems to be one of the longer ones because you start in November, and if you're lucky enough, you're able to play into March as well, middle of March. Brad, we know you're a busy man. We appreciate you taking some time here today, and we'll talk to you throughout the season as we'll have coverage of McDonald County girls basketball all season long here on the KNEO Sports Network.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ben.
Thank you for listening to the Mustang Minute, sponsored by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider of the McDonald County Mustangs.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report is proud to sponsor local high school sports on KNEO. Sports Director Michael Amami and reporters Chaz Wright and Tashina Coleman have interviews, scores, and highlights weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report covers events from high school athletics to Missouri Southern and Pittsburgh State and local community colleges. Proud to support local high school sports. As your trusted American Family Insurance agent located in Anderson, we're proud to protect your dreams. When you need a teammate that you can count on, we're here for you. Whether it's home, auto, life, business, or farm insurance, we'd love to help. Contact Chris Smith and his team today at 417-845-7060 or online at chrissmithagency.com. Go Mustangs!
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized, and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
A nonprofit organization, a sponsor of high school sports.
It's time for the Freeman Sports Health Minute. The Freeman Sports Team is proud to serve as the official sports medicine provider for over 20 area high schools and colleges.
Welcome to another Health Minute here on KNEO. Adam Winkler here with you, joined by Dave Compton. He is a trainer with Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. And Dave, our topic today is what is a torn ACL and what's the projected recovery time on that?
You bet, Adam. The ACL, or the anterior cruciate ligament, is the front ligament in the middle of the knee joint. The ACL is the primary stabilizer of the knee joint. It keeps the femur and the tibia from shifting on each other as we bend and flex and straighten the knee during athletic competition. Unfortunately, the ACL tear is usually a season-ending injury. Athletes in most sports just can't perform because the knee becomes unstable. It shifts when the athlete tries to jump, run, pivot, and change direction, and it just becomes unstable. The ACL requires surgical repair where it is replaced with another ligament, usually the hamstring or the patellar tendon, and it usually takes 4 to 6 months to rehab the surgically repair the ACL, and that's why it usually ends the season.
For the Freeman Sports Health Minute, I'm Adam Winkler.
The Cornerstone Bank of Southwest City proudly serves the Southwest Missouri area with branches in Goodman, Lanigan, Pineville, and Tiff City, offering online and mobile banking, plus loans for personal, business, and agricultural needs. Learn more about all their services online at thecornerstonebank.net for a location near you. The Cornerstone Bank is glad to support the area's school systems and the future of our communities.
A business impact partner of KNEO 91.7 FM is 4 State Printing in Anderson, Missouri. Serving the area since 1982, they specialize in screen and offset printing services and have promotional products. 4 State Printing also has a retail store, County Clothing Company, that offers McDonald County spiritwear and Christian apparel. More information at 417-845-6929 or online at 4stateprinting.com.
Jesus said that one of the signs of the climax of history would be the distress of nations with perplexity.
Wow, we see that every day, don't we? People and nations who are perplexed and distressed. So what's the answer? Billy Graham knew.
I'm convinced beyond doubt that the only hope for this world is the coming again of Jesus Christ. There is no other answer except the return of Jesus Christ.
So as followers of Jesus, what do we do until then?
Till that glorious moment, our job is to shine His lights. We're to be the salt of the earth, and we're to proclaim the gospel of Jesus Christ around the world.
We can help you discover how to share your faith with others at goingfarther.net. Click where it says Basics of Christianity. That's goingfarther.net from the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
Welcome back, Mustang fans. McDonald County leads 35-0 at halftime against the Kansas City Central Blue Eagles. Got a few stats for you. For McDonald County, Ryder Martin has 13 rushes for 98 yards. Ryder's had 2 long runs called back for penalties. Connor Land has 1 run for 11 yards. And Big Steve has 5 runs for 35 yards. Brody Russler has a 58-yard run for a touchdown. Passing, Ryder's 3 for 6 for 65 yards. All of those have went to Brody, and Brody has a 30-yard touchdown receiving the ball also. But the story of the night has to be the Mustang defense. Kansas City Center in the first half accumulated a negative 56 yards. Mustangs have just pressured the quarterback. Centers had a tough time getting the ball snapped. The biggest reasons for that is Big Max Spurgeon's playing right over the center's head. And like we talked about, the Mustangs have come up here and they're taking care of business. Let's finish out this second half. Number 1 thing, consolidate the win. Number 2 thing, don't get anybody hurt. Okay? That's what we want to do. Still pretty good weather up here. Here it's really storming down around home, so Hope everyone's safe. Hope you're able to watch the ball game. Mr. Peck, here's your stuff. Legend Rick Peck always lets me steal his stats of a night, and I appreciate that, Rick. We'll take a few commercial breaks, and we'll come back for the second half. This is Mustang Football on the KNEO Sports Network.
A business impact partner of KNEO is ProLube Tire and Auto Center in Neosho. Serving the area since 2001, they're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. ProLube Tire and Auto Center offers tire and brake repair, as well as transmission service, front-end alignments, and more. Located at 1406 North Business 49 in Neosho. For more information, 417-221-6795 or online at proluberepair.com.
Americans have a big healthcare problem. Over 100 million citizens carry medical debt while spending on overpriced and complicated health insurance. As Christians, we don't have to pay for a broken system. Christian Healthcare Ministries is a faith-based alternative to health insurance at half the cost. Plus, you can enroll at any time. Stand up to insurance and join CHM today.
The Cornerstone Bank of Southwest City proudly serves the Southwest Missouri area with branches in Goodman, Lanigan, Pineville, and Tiff City, offering online and mobile banking, plus loans for personal, business, and agricultural needs. Learn more about all their services online at thecornerstonebank.net for a location near you. The Cornerstone Bank is glad to support the area's school systems and the future of our communities.
Amory Roofing and Construction, based in Seneca, Missouri, specialize in roofing, siding, guttering, remodels, decks, and new construction. They also handle concrete, fire, and flood mitigation, and even work directly with your insurance claims. 417-389-6986. Whether it's a small repair or a major project, you can count on Amory Roofing and Construction for quality, integrity, and craftsmanship. See more online at amoryroofing.com or find them on Facebook.
A business impact partner of KNEO 91.7 FM is 4State Printing in Anderson, Missouri. Serving the area since 1982, they specialize in screen and offset printing services and have promotional products. 4State Printing also has a retail store, County Clothing Company, that offers McDonald County spiritwear and Christian apparel. More information at 417-845-6929 or online at 4stateprinting.com.
Welcome back, Mustang fans. We got about a minute till kickoff here. Mustangs should receive the ball. Mustangs up 35-0 over the Kansas City Central Blue Eagles. Mustangs have scored on 2 touchdown runs by Ryder Martin, 2 touchdowns by Brody Russler, 1 by the feet and 1 by air. And Big Steve Benemehu has pushed the ball in for a touchdown. As we said, the Mustang defense has given up negative 48 yards so far.
That'd be kind of a cool stat to end the game with. Negative rushing yards.
The Blue Eagles have had some, well, their offensive success came from number 2 running the ball, which is Eric Edison, and he got hit. And he's still down there limping around. I doubt we'll see him here in the second half, but he was a really elusive runner.
Yeah, he has his pads off.
Mustangs will have Brody and Breck back deep. And one thing we did notice during practice, they do have a kicker. I don't know if he'll boom this one, but he was booming them in practice. He'll tee it up. We're ready to go here. And the second half about to begin. Good kick back there. Received. That's Breck. Breck goes to the outside. Breck has a seam. Good return out by Breck Rubick. Out into Blue Eagle territory about the 46-yard line. That Mustang offensive line's been impressive tonight. Maximilian back at center. Harshbar, Townsend, Washam, Spurgeon. Mustangs come out. J.W. Riley down here at the bottom.
Corbin
Sanderson down here at the bottom. My fault. Big Steve in the backfield. Looks like Brody up top, maybe Wyatt. Central getting some people in and off the field. And here we go. J.P. Clarkson at tight end. Ryder Martin back. Those out. Breck Rubick. He'll step out of bounds. Gain of about 6. Second down and 6.
Second and 3.
Mustangs in the bunch formation. Steve tries to get outside, cut back in, lower his head, he'll have a first down. Brings the ball down to about the Blue Eagle 32-yard line. Nice hard running by Big Steve there. Benumea on the run.
Ball being spotted at the 32-yard line. Good for a Mustang.
Nice job out there by that Mustang offensive line. Brecken Sanderson to the bottom, like Brody up top. Ryder Martin in the backfield. Ryder looking, throwing it out. Kind of throws a little bit behind Breck.
Second down.
Second down and 10 for the Mustang. Ball on the Blue Eagle 32-yard line. 9:09 left to go here in the third quarter. Breck to the top. Brody Rustler on a roundabout. Jet sweep. Pops inside, goes outside. Keeps going. He'll have a first down, I believe. Ball down to about the 19-yard line. Nice run there by Brody. So he started inside, then he cut back to the outside. Mustangs have the ball first down on the Blue Eagle 19-yard line. Big Steve has the ball. He'll rumble down. He'll get inside the 15 down to about the 12, maybe the 13 for a second down. Second down and about 3 for the Mustangs. Mustang line continuing to win the war up front. Big Steve again, lowering his head and his shoulders. Gets down to about the 6. That'll be a first down and a goal to goal for the Mustangs. Ball on the 4, first down and goal.
if you are interested in getting concessions, the shop will shut down at the end of the third quarter. You have
First and goal here for the Mustangs. 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Snap fumbled. Ryder Martin picks it up. Throws it. Touchdown.
That was awesome.
Don't see any flags. No linemen downfield.
That was good.
Was that Brody with the touchdown? I believe it was.
I don't. It may have been Breck.
I thought it was an 8.
It may have been.
Miguel Mora on to try the extra point. It's up. It's good. That makes the score 42-0. I don't know, because Cole Martin and those guys scored a ton of points back in their day. But at one time, Tino Anaya had the extra point record with 7 in a game. But like I said, Cole and those guys scored a ton of points back during that 10-2 season. They may have broken that. I'm not for sure. We'll keep it here as the Mustangs get ready to kick off. Big Steve to kick off again. Kicks it along the ground, picked up there. Just get the outside. Sanderson in on the tackle. Good coverage there by the Mustangs. The Blue Eagles will take over 1st and 10. Right at their own 46-yard line.
Blue Eagle football, 1st and 10.
Four to the top, 1 to the bottom. Nobody in the backfield. Looking to go deep. Oh, Breck right there. They're going to call Breck for holding on to him. Ball underthrown. Breck came back and tried to make a play on it. That'll move the ball.
Pass interference on the defense.
Pass interference moved into Mustang territory at about the 38-yard line. Running back in the back, 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Hand off. Big Steve there. Along with Vince James, Maddox Fegan. No gain on that play. Second down and 10 for the Blue Eagles. Looks like they'll have 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. They're going to have an offensive lineman. He got his hand that stepped on, it looked like. So we'll get him replaced here. Play clock ticking down. Handoff, pops to the outside. Good job there by the Mustangs.
Number 10, London Watson.
Stopped him for about a 4-yard gain, 3rd down and about 7. 3 to the top, 1 to the bottom. 3rd down and about 6 for the Blue Eagles. Mustang defense working on a shutout here. Pass, good pass, caught over the middle. Brought down there by Ryder Martin. That'll be enough for a 1st down.
Pass complete to number 20, Elijah Hopkins.
Nice pass there by the Blue Eagle quarterback. 3:45 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. As the Blue Eagles are mounting a little drive of their own. 3 to the bottom, 1 to the top on your screen. Ball lost. Quarterback will recover.
Fumble recovered by the Blue Eagles.
Steve Benimehu in there along with Vince James. Loss of about 4, 2nd down and 14. Three to the bottom, 1 to the top. Quarterback back. Has some time. Now he's being pressured. Throws it. Oh, almost a great catch, but not in bounds. J.P. Clarkson with the pressure just as he released. Nice catch out there, but he didn't catch it in bounds. 3rd down and about 14. Four to the bottom, 1 to the top. 2:06 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Central's going to have to call the timeout as the clock was about out. We'll take one ourselves. This is Mustang Football on the KNEO Sports Network.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
A business impact partner of KNEO 91.7 FM is 4-State Printing in Anderson, Missouri. Serving the area since 1982, they specialize in screen and offset printing services and have promotional products. 4-State Printing also has a retail store, County Clothing Company, that offers McDonald County spiritwear and Christian apparel. More information at 417-845-6929 or online at 4stateprinting.com.
Mustangs lead 42-0. 1:52 left to go in the 3rd quarter. 3rd down and about 14 for the Blue Eagles. 1 to the top, 3 to the bottom. Hope you're enjoying the ball game here on this Saturday afternoon. We're enjoying bringing it to you.
Man, it's like perfect temperature out here.
Quarterback throws, incomplete. Pressure there. Clarkson, Spurgeon, Benimehu. That'll bring a 4th down up and about 14 yards. We would like to thank all of our sponsors, Specialty Risk Insurance, Matco Heating and Cooling, B&M and Yokohama Tires. That's Billy Martin, Freeman Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, McDonald County Chamber of Commerce. They are having their awards banquet tonight. I assume it's still going on with the weather. I'm not for sure. At the high school. You might call and check on that. The Blue Eagles come out 1 to the bottom now, 4 to the top. Oh, way over the quarterback's head. He'll fall on it. Down there by J.P. Clarkson. But that's better than a sack. The Mustangs will take over on their own 45-yard line. Well, I guess you actually would credit J.P. with a sack on that.
Yep.
25 seconds left to go. Banner Church of the Nazarene, Crowder College, McDonald County Telephone and Internet, always a great sponsor of the Mustangs. Access Care, Armani Roofing and Construction. Cornerstone Bank, been in McDonald County for over 100 years. The Big Nickel, Four States Printing, Tammy Clark, you're getting close to Christmas. See her for all your Mustang sports apparel needs. Dana Keaton Shelter Insurance. Newmac Electric. Newmac will have their annual meeting next Saturday at Crowder College. KSN KOD TV, ProLube Maintenance Center, Chris Smith American Family Agent, Christian Healthcare Ministries, First Community Bank, Missouri Southern State University, and Patterson Heights Baptist Church. We'll keep it here. Tommy, see if the cheerleaders are going to do anything. As the Mustangs will start the fourth quarter ahead 42-0 with a first down. 48-yard line, I believe. And don't forget, Mustang fans, McDonald County softball, after a conference championship, or co-championship, I guess I should say, with the Lady Wildcats of Cassville, will play for a district championship Monday at 5 o'clock in Carl Junction. We'll come on the air about 4:30, 4:35. Mustangs will be playing Belton. And I don't know if we have any Belton listeners out there, but you would be able to see it too. It's a long drive for you, but we'll be on Misha TV with it. That will cost you a fee. Also, remember, Reagan Allgood and Semi-Down will be in the state golf tournament this week. Hand off up the middle. Good run there.
Oh, that's a new one. 27.
Second and 6.
Landon Dobbs with the carry in the backfield for the Mustangs. Tyler Luttrell out there for the Mustangs.
Oh, we got our JV in.
Connor Bushing out there. Hand off, another good run. That'll be for a first down. Easton Merriman quarterbacking for the Mustangs now. Max Elam's still out there. Hayden Ashball's still out there on the line. Looks like the Mustangs have most of their linemen, but they're bringing in some of the specialty people. Corby Sanderson out there at wide receiver for the Mustangs. First and 10 for McDonald County. They'll use some time up. Luttrell here to the bottom. Merriman at quarterback. Nice handoff there. Big open hole running. Running the ball hard. That's number 27, Landon Dobbs, sophomore. Good job by the offensive line.
Number 27, Landon Dobbs.
Number 46 out there for the Mustangs, Adrian Owens.
Good for Mustang. First down.
First down. 10 minutes left to go here in the ball game. Sanderson out up top by himself. Tanner Hodson, I believe, out there also, along with Tyler Luttrell to the bottom. Another handoff up the middle. Another big run, keeps his feet moving. Another run close to a first down for Landon Dobbs. They'll give him a first down. Nope, second down and inches, excuse me.
Second and long.
Easton Merriam in there at quarterback for the Mustangs. Mustangs trying to run a little clock here. Landon Dobbs at running back. Two to the top, one to the bottom. Handoff again. Powers to the deal. They'll get there. No. Tackled right before the end zone. Nice play there by the Blue Eagle player. That'll be a 1st and goal for the Mustangs. Ball on about the 4-yard line. Adrian Owens out there for the Mustangs, along with Tanner Hodson.
Smells like burning grass.
First down and goal for the Mustangs. 8:18 left to go here. Hand up off the middle. Gain of about 2. Good job in there by that Mustang line.
I think they're on to that move because they got in there a lot quicker that time.
Second down and goal for the Mustangs. Tyler Luttrell out wide for the Mustangs. Handoff inside. Touchdown, McDonald County. Lyndon Dobbs on the touchdown run.
Number 27, Lyndon Dobbs.
Miguel Mora will come on to try an extra point. It's up. It's good. Mustangs lead 49-0. And that is Miguel's 7th extra point. I believe that ties Tino Anaya for the school record, unless, like I said, those prolific scoring teams of Cole Martins may have eclipsed that, but not to my knowledge. Well, Thomas, your boy and the ROTC boys would have got a workout today.
Yeah, they would have.
Big Steve Benamehu to kick off. 5:50 left to go here in the ball game. Mustangs up 49-0. The squib kicker. He'll go out of bounds. The Blue Eagles will take over. Couple reminders, busy week in the county next week. As we've said, softball will play for a district championship at Carl Junction against Belton on Monday. On Tuesday, volleyball district, our girls will take on Willard at Webb City. We have the state golf tournament up at Twin Hills, which is in Joplin. Good luck again to Reagan Allgood and Sammy Dowd. And we will be on the road once again, but boys, we'll be a little closer to home. We'll be on the road at East Newton next Friday night.
Oh, that's just up the street.
It's closer for you guys.
A lot closer for me and Thomas, yes.
It's not too far
We
from
went
me.
to East Newton. My kids went there a couple years ago.
Patriots playing good ball. That's definitely not a gimme, as they put it on Aurora a couple of weeks ago.
Tommy did his freshman year up there.
Hand off. Mustangs swarm him. Wyatt Gordon in there. JP. Vince James. Ryder Martin. Loss of about 6. Mustangs sending in some substitutes.
Second and 14.
Andrew Bogart in for the Mustangs. Jake Townsend getting a chance at defense there a little bit. Carson Toney's in for the Mustangs. Big number 76. They're at the nose tackle.
I think I might know him.
I think you might. Does a good job pressuring the pass. Trying to go deep. Ball overthrown. Tony and the Mustang players do a good job getting some pressure in there.
You know, if it wasn't this big of a score, he may have just drawn a penalty there.
Tyler Luttrell in for the Mustangs. Leicester coming in. Gordon coming out. Jake O'Brien still back out there. Mock Willis over there at a corner. Mustang line fighting through, going deep again. Incomplete. Good coverage out there by Tyler Luttrell. 4th down and about 14. Zane McDuffie out there, number 62 for the Mustangs now. 32, Andrew Bogart out for the Mustangs. Leicester playing linebacker, that would have been his dad's dream. Throw over the middle. Luttrell has him there. Good job, pass complete. Goes over by Leicester to finish it off. Mustangs will take over. Mustangs take over. Minute 44 left to go. Easton Marion at quarterback, and here he's in the victory formation. He'll take a knee. Minute 28, and the McDonald County Mustangs will make a trip north and take care of business, as we'll come away with a 49-0 lead or win here. Again, we have a lot of activity next week. We're still not done with soccer and cross-country seasons, too. I sure don't mean to short them. We broadcast a soccer game Tuesday, and they beat Cassville 4-1. Another kneel down. The Mustangs will have to do it one more time. We sure want to thank Kansas City Central for their hospitality. That should be it. That'll bring up 4th down, but the Mustangs are going to win this one 49-0 as they get a shutout here on the road.
The stadium will be closing in 10 minutes.
And we may have to hustle to get...
the stadium will be closing in 10 minutes?
They said the stadium will close in 10 minutes. We may have to forego our usual interviews. Let me yell at
Whether it's Friday night football or volleyball matches, McDonald County Telephone and Internet believes
Mustang fans, we apologize, but we're going to have to head out of here as they said the stadium will close in 10 minutes. It takes me 10 minutes to walk down to the field and back, so that's a problem. We would like to say we were going to bring up Brody Russler and Max Fegan. Brody had a great game tonight. 2 touchdown passes, running the ball, had a touchdown score running. But we're not going to be able to. Wanted to say congratulations to Coach Hoover. Great big congratulations to that Mustang defense. They may have set a record for negative yardages tonight. We'll try to get those before we go off the air from Rick Peck, and then we'll probably be on our way home. Hope everything's safe at home. I'm going to go down and see if I can get some stats from Rick. Then we'll be calling it a night.
You want me to hold up a bit?
The Cornerstone Bank of Southwest City proudly serves the Southwest Missouri area with branches in Goodman, Lanigan, Pineville, and Tiff City, offering online and mobile banking, plus loans for personal, business, and agricultural needs. Learn more about all their services online at thecornerstonebank.net for a location near you. The Cornerstone Bank is glad to support the area's school systems and the future of our communities.
Mustang fans, McDonald County, like we talked about, BTO took care of business, 49-0 win. Excellent job defensively. The Blue Eagles ended up with a negative 38 yards on the night. Mustangs end up with 280 yards rushing, 75 passing. Brody had 4 catches for 68 yards and 2 touchdowns. Breck had a catch for 7. Ryder was 5 for 9 with 75 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ryder had 14 carries for 98 yards and 2 touchdowns. Connor Land had a carry for 11. Brody Russler had 2 carries for 68 yards and a TD. Big Steve had 8 carries for 58 yards and a TD. Connor Dobbs had 7 carries for 46 yards and a TD. And Easton Merriman had 3 carries for no yards. The Mustangs end up with 356 yards. Just want to remind everybody, great game by the Mustangs. We'll be on the air next Friday night at East Newton. Also want to remind everybody about softball on Monday. All right. Volleyball on Tuesday. This is the Mustang KNEO Sports Network, and we'll see you again. Good night.
You've been listening to the Final Drive Scoreboard Show on the KNEO Sports Network. The Final Drive Scoreboard Show is sponsored by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. See how one of their certified physicians, certified athletic trainers, or a therapist can help you get back in the game. Join us again after the game next week as we will once again bring you all the latest scores right here on the Final Drive Scoreboard Show, sponsored by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. This has been a live production of KNEO Sports. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of KNEO Sports Network. This has been a sporting outreach of KNEO Sports Network, reaching into communities to make a difference for eternity.